Good morning, beautiful, happy beings of light. Yeah, I just had a brilliant idea. First of all, maybe we need to do a little mirror work, meaning that you look into the mirror and you look into your eyes and you feel joy in your heart and notice how those eyes change from yours to the divine eyes, to Christ or Krishna or the Divine Mother just by you being happy, just by you being you, right? So if you get used to that exercise, can you imagine one day we will be so fearless, Sarah and Lynn and Lisa and Jim and Betsy and Sarah, we had good smiles going on before the stream started this morning. Marty, same thing. But one day we're going to be so fearless, my dears, that our healing probably a major part of it will be that we'll come on this sacred soul meditation and we'll just smile ear to ear for 30 minutes. All of us with our faces being seen by everyone. The smile, the smile. One day when we're fearless, this is what I'm saying, Cami and Ryan, when we're fearless, we just look, oh, we'll just have a love fest in 30 minutes and just have our see, look at Betsy and look at Lynn. I mean, give me a break. If this isn't pure joy and pure healing, I don't know what is. I know it's a little scary for some because we're not used to something like this, but I'm just feeling so wonderful this morning that I couldn't help but just have the smile on my face when just thinking of each of you coming on. So it's just that's just when it when the time is right, my dears, you'll be in the right place at the right time with the right attitude, with the right consciousness. Everything will be perfect. So forget it for now, what I just said, okay? And let it just unfold naturally, organically, and when it's just the perfect time for you. Yeah, the perfect time for you. So I want to start with a quote and then go into this. Gosh, I just took down this post that came in about how we need to address our hurt and our pain. Because if we do that, we'll heal completely too. That's another big healing exercise. How we cannot run, not hide, not ditch, not just, leave it alone so it can fester. Those things that are hurting us on the inside. So we're going to look at pain a little bit this morning, if it goes that way. All right. So, but first, just close your eyes. I want you to hear this quote from uh, Nisargadatta. Yeah, actually Ramana, because this is, I'm talking about the having the right company around you right now. That's why I started with being with all of you, smiling and looking, seeing the core of each other and the joy of each other and the God in each other. So this is a great quote from Ramana. In the company of sages, I consider you sages, my dears. Yeah, you'll hear from these quotes. These are quotes from sages. I only grab quotes from sages that I consider sages, right? So we have the company of amazing quotes every time we come on as well. So in the company of sages, Ramana says, attachment vanishes, my dear. And with attachment, illusion vanishes, my dear. Just in the company of sages does that. You and I smiling, the heart smile, whether we show our faces or not, right? Just smiling. Put a smile on your face right now. Try that out for size, okay? Try it out and feel the joy. Don't overlook or underlook the joy that is the true nature of you. Ever new, ever new, ever new, ever new, ever new, ever new joy. Yeah, that joy that just comes naturally from the essence of you. You really are joy itself. And this is the season of joy, right? So, in the company of sages, in the company we have here, all our attachments vanish. And when our attachments vanish, the delusion of it vanishes. Look at what we got going here, dears. Really, really. And when the attachment of illusion goes, one attains stability and thus liberation while yet alive. While yet alive. Seek, therefore, the company of sages. Just saying. I'm just saying. Ramana, again, the very fact that you are possessed of the quest of self is a manifestation of divine grace. Don't you love the sages? Don't you love them? Remain without thinking, says another great sage. So long as there is thought, there will be fear. Remain without thinking. As long as there is thought, there will be fear. Muktananda says, another sage, your goal is not to battle the mind, but to witness the mind. Isn't that beautiful? And Nagata again, or no, this is his quote, Nagata. You can spend eternity, my friends, listen to this. You can spend eternity looking elsewhere for truth and love, intelligence, and goodwill. Employing God and man. All of that is in vain. Looking elsewhere for truth and love, intelligence and goodwill, and imploring God and man, all in vain. You must begin in yourself, with yourself. This is the inexorable law of this universe. So crack an inner smile. No one knows, no one can see you. Crack an inner smile and look into the mirror of your own soul through those eyes. The eyes don't lie. And see if this is something special going on right now in the ethers, in this holy season, in this very close to being the solstice, and in a radical ending to this year. You wait and see, and a new beginning like you never could imagine in the new year. All because of your smile, my dears. Yogananda says, from this sleep, Lord, will you wake me? From this dream, will you wake me? In thee I dive, in thee I rise. In thee I dive, in thee I rise, in thy sea, in thee, in thy sea, in thee. From this sleep, Lord, will you wake me? From this dream, will you wake me? In thee I'm born, in thee I die. In thee I'm born, in thee I die, to live forever in thee, to live forever in thee. How about that sage Paramahansa Yogananda, huh? All those chants in his chant book were sung by him, mostly written by him, from the deepest places of reality. And they're drenched. His chants are drenched. The sages' consciousness, their presence, their very presence is drenched with joy, drenched with awakening. Everything we're talking about right now. Oh my God, what company is this? And here's a little tribe of humans, a little tribe of humans hanging out with the great ones. Because you are a great one, my dears. There's no great souls or little souls or baby souls or old souls. There's just the joy soul. There's just the happiness forever and ever soul. and mercy, unending mercy, and unconditional love. So look inside yourself right now, because looking outside is in vain. Relax your eyes, your cheeks, your tongue, your jaws, your jowls. Relax your bodies. Life is different as of right this minute, my dears, because you have cracked an eternal smile. You have tapped into the wellspring of joy this morning. Yeah, I know. You got plans for Christmas, but right now, those plans may be different because you're going to be different as of right now. So look inside and find a weak spot, a place of pain, of hurt, of constant something chronic, something that just doesn't go away. Like maybe we're still reacting mostly to life. Maybe we're still troubled by thoughts that we don't want to have, but we have them anyway. Whatever. So find that place of weakness, you can call it the place of pain that is troubling you. Because I have a little sequence to share on how we can take care of that. This is the most beautiful I've ever seen or I've ever read in terms of how we address if we, well, maybe you're not hurting, but as a human, the name of the game is to hurt. Because as Yogananda said, suffering is the greatest prod to remembrance of God. But let's just find a spot within us right now where you can address it with your awareness, your attention. And I'll give you a little sequence of thoughts from a sage, from the company you want to keep. And a sage isn't somebody that is known as a sage, it's mostly unknown people. The sage doesn't go out and say, I'm a sage. They just radiate. They just take your pain away, just being in their presence. So when pain is intense, my dears, and all we see and feel is that pain, because it keeps coming back again and again, chronic. We can't think clearly, right? We can't think clearly. There is no shortage, it seems, of cruel names we call ourselves, like weak, pathetic, immature, or just a few. God, when we have pain, we make it worse by our thoughts about it. Like something's really bad and wrong and broken, and I'm not feeling so good. We make a list of simple things because we want to get out of the pain. We make a list and try to get back our energy. We make a little list of simple things we need to do, but with so little energy, the most straightforward list can feel too much, right? Getting out of bed could be too much. Staying in the doldrums seems to be the right place sometimes instead. Open your heart. to this place right now. Open your heart to it, my dears. Let's all do this together because we are a tribe, one with each other. There's no separation. We hide nothing from each other. Open your heart in silence to the hurt within you. Open your heart in silence to the hurt or the worry or the fear. Because if you're thinking, you're in fear. So we're all in fear because we're all thinking. So open your heart in silence to the hurt within you. Welcome it. Welcome it. Like Rumi says, welcome those unexpected guests that visit your house. Welcome them in. What if everything that comes to you today and that we have knee-jerk reactions to or whatever, or get worried about, is meant to come to us? We're in divine training here on planet Earth. What if it's all directed by the director itself, herself, spirit itself? Could we consider welcoming this hurt right now? Welcoming. Welcome. Welcome into my house. So open your heart in silence to the hurt within you. Welcome it. Is that part of yourself trying to say something? So this hurt, this pain, this chronic habit is trying to tell you something. In a way, in the only way it knows, my dears. And that is, in this case, through pain. Notice if anything changes when you stop fighting this pain as of right now. That's the first step. Stop fighting it. Stop dwelling on it. Because something usually shifts when you accept something, not just usually, but all the time, shifts when you accept whatever is happening inside of you without judging it or trying to fix it, when instead we hold pain in compassionate awareness with no judgment or trying to fix it, just compassionate awareness, our pain unfolds in a whole different way, my dears. These are step by steps this morning in this reading. Step by step, how to deal with the hurt. So when we accept whatever it is happening inside without judging or trying to fix it, when we hold pain in compassionate awareness, our pain unfolds in a whole different way. Let's see what that different way could be. When we first connect with what is happening inside us, when we feel it, when we first connect to what is happening as inside this hurt, what this first contact with that pain inside of us, now we must begin to feel what we feel. Feel what you feel the pain. And it will intensify at first when you feel the pain. That's why we don't feel the pain. Because that pain may frighten us. It frightens us. But it will pass. But it will pass. strong emotions, dear. There's strong emotions in that pain. Strong, really strong. They need time to run their course before our feelings settles. Before our feelings settle, we may cry, and that's okay. And why are we crying? We're crying because love is missing, or love was missing, or is still missing in this hurt. So cry away, because we built a wall to protect ourselves. And you know what? Tears wear away that wall. So it's okay to cry your heart out. Tears wear away that wall. And those tears, when the wall is worn down or coming tumbling down, it reveals a raw and tender heart, my dears. Your raw and tender heart, the essence of who you are. And we also develop an inner strength, a warrior spirit. We might call this little broadcast this morning the warrior spirit. This tender heart of yours, a raw and tender heart, the essence of who you are. You might discover that you are a warrior, warrioress. You may discover inner strength you had no idea you had. We never knew we had such a possibility dealing with our pain. And this noticing the inner strength. Notice the changes as you go face on, heart on, pain to pain on. Notice, though, that there still might be discomfort. So, in this step, breathe into that place. Breathe into that discomfort. Once you're facing the raw truth, my dears, and the raw, beautiful, tender you, breathe into that place and soften the tension with each breath. And welcome that unexpected guest. Welcome that, well, that guest that's been hanging out in your house way too long. Welcome it again and again, whatever arises. With each out breath, release tension and give your emotions room to breathe. They're suffocating in there. They're suffocating in there, in that hurt. Your body's suffocating in that hurt. The nervous system, the immune system. So be gentle with yourself, my dears. So be gentle with yourself. Gentleness is an ennobling quality of your soul. So sitting right at the edge of your pain, or standing right at the edge of your pain, soften your stance. Soften your stance. Soften where you're holding tension. And ask yourself, with your most gentle voice, with your most gentle voice, ask yourself, what's happening with me? What's happening with me? And what was it that hurt me so much and continues to hurt me so much? What was it? What is it? You just ask those questions with the most gentle voice you can come up with. What's happening with me? What was it that hurt me so much? And since you are so accepting this journey now and this pain, which is inevitable for all of us, the shift may go unnoticed, but you might start to be aware that what seemed unbearable at one time in your life, unbearable, becomes bearable. And what felt like intense pain and unworkable, like I can't work with this pain, I can't function with this pain. What once felt unworkable becomes workable because as you accept what is, accept, embrace, and love what is, as you accept it, everything becomes workable. Everything becomes different. This we have got to come into our own life as a realization. Everything is bearable. Everything is workable when you accept, embrace, and love what is and stop fighting it and breathe into it. Welcome it. Say, thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you. You're giving me, this is coming from you. How can there be pain when God is behind every detail of your life? So we address it now with such trust and faith in this divine presence. How can divine presence be in suffering? Never is, nor are we. We've just built a wall to protect ourselves from the hurt. So stay open with your heart to any distress that continues to address you because it's meant to, because God is training you to rely solely on the joy of your being and the smile in your heart. We will continue to have distress. But now we seal it, we see it, we feel it, and we accept it. We welcome these unexpected guests, which really we gotta expect because it's part of God's plan. This world is nothing but pain, changes, loss, distress, worry, fear, anxiety, until we can just completely rely solely on the truth of us, fearlessly, warrior God, warrior goddess, Kshatriya. So as we are fearless in seeing the pain, feeling the pain or hurt, and accepting, embracing, and loving the pain because love is always the missing piece. That's why the pain continues to be paid. It cannot be paid with love. It's a missing piece. PEACE. So we accept it. We see it, we feel it, and accept it. And what happens, my dear, is that this practice that we're talking about, and you modify it, you make it your own. But what this practice can do is uncover the truth concealed in that pain. It will uncover the truth concealed in that pain. Why is that? Because there's only presence there as the pain. God herself, Divine Mother herself, allowing you to experience this so that you can bear the unbearable with the Divine Mother bear. To bear the unbearable with the Divine Mother bear. How's that? Once you uncover the truth, as heretofore just mentioned, concealed in this difficulty, this hurt, this pain, this chronic whatever, we heal. Do you notice how still you are right now? Beyond thought. And that there's shift, this rewiring, this rebooting, this infusion of pure prana, God's presence. You feel the difference, the shift. Oh, oh, great spirit, quite frankly, you made us wordless this morning, even though I used a lot of words, but they weren't used just to be words. They were used to show us an insight. Because this is the holiest season ever. And this is going to be a shift of shifts for all of us as the solstice approaches us. And the new year is going to be as it's meant to be, your year, Lord and Divine Mother, as we bear the unbearable in the Mother, Divine Mother's bear hug. How's that? Isn't that sweet, Miss Sarah, Ryan, Lynn, Lori, Lisa, Cabby, Betsy, and Marty? You never know what exactly is going to happen when you come to this sacred soul. You know why? Because I don't know what's going to happen. I just know that God is behind every detail of our lives, and that if He, and I know He has His eyes on us always, and He's very proud. He's very proud of this tribe of souls who just continually show up. Yeah, Sarah, Ryan, Lynn. Yeah, He's so proud. He's so proud. Can we be as proud as God is proud of us? Yeah. And look at, and let those eyes just melt you. Let your own eyes melt you because there's joy bubbling in them as we feel and accept and embrace what is. There's joy there, right? And that just gives you the, hey, if we're going to have something chronic, let it be a chronic smile and a chronic experience of joy. That's all we're saying, right? And it's so meant to be, and it's on its way. What if everything is always just on its way? It's God behind everything in our lives. So thank you, my dears. I hope that cheers you up a little bit. Boy, did we have a Trisha's daughter came from Ashland. I'm not from Ashland, but from she lives in Costa Rica, so she came from here with Trisha's grandson and her boyfriend. She came to our house. They're living in our house right now, and she's just an innate, incredible designer. So she's been up 2 days decorating our house, our new house. That Trish and I just kind of stuff packages all over and boxes and everything. You should see it. It's a wonderland. It's a wonderland. Yeah. So so happy that you guys are here with us in this present time on planet Earth. You know, we're soul travelers, my dears, and we're just this is just a little pit stop. We're just coming into another lifetime here, just to straighten some things out inside of us that are a little crooked, if you know what I mean. And it's all repairable. It's all repairable. There's infinite flexibility in this human system, even though it seems like it can break and snap like that, right? No, there's an invincible strength and God's power always. So, good news. Thank you for joining. Come back again tomorrow. And I don't have to even remind you of that because you've already proven where your heart is at and what is your goal in this life. Thank you so much. Means so much to everyone that is on this planet right now, your brothers and your sisters. Yeah. So I love you. Let's put our God glasses on just for a moment so that we can see through the veil and see into the heart of the matter, which is beautiful light, beautiful presence. All right. So we love, as we say, and then we put our hands around as a little hug. This is the unbearable Divine Mother's bear hug right here. Ooh, ooh, that's Divine Mother's arms, your arms or her arms, giving you the hug of hugs. All right. And then we just open ourselves up and let's just be channels. Not the channels that you're a so called channel, a channel because you are made to be light. You are light. So let it shine. Let it come through and shine. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Love you. If nothing else, do this. That's what Yogananda says. He says, if you can't smile, put your fingers on the edge of your mouth and just lift it up. I know. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Love you all. Kisses to the world. Aho. Nice to see you, everyone. Aho. That is that. That's Sarah. Yeah, I know. Toodles with oodles of love.